You were asking about the hospital, and one detail I remember that they really, I think, failed on is having us pursue an autopsy and trying to explain away why Forrest died right after I delivered and saying, oh, his umbilical cord is wrapped around his neck. And didn't really push us on an autopsy either way. And so I thought, well, an autopsy seems awfully invasive, and it was just his umbilical cord, so let's not do one. But as soon as I got home and started researching, I realized that we do want the autopsy. And I wish that the hospital had emphasized it a little bit more, because it's so necessary for research to help prevent more stillbirths. We have a really high rate of stillbirths in the US. And a lot of it is just not knowing what the cause is. And without the autopsies, there's a lot more research to be done before any real answers are going to come. I had to go back to the hospital to sign the authorization. Chris couldn't go. It had to be me. So I had to go back to the hospital and go back up to labor and delivery to meet the midwife and sign the paperwork, and that was excruciating. It was really excruciating to have to go back there the following day. I think if the hospital had emphasized the importance of doing the autopsy before we left.
I think what they were trying to do was, it's a really difficult situation for the parents, and so they said it was likely, the umbilical cord was wrapped around Forrest's neck. But when we started looking into it, oftentimes it's a low percentage that those deaths are caused by umbilical cords. And but I think what they were trying to do was give us the most simple explanation to put us at ease, I imagine. And so in one regard, I think that was maybe thoughtful of them, but for us, I afterwards, it almost as if they had kind of lied to us, but just to make it easier. So maybe something that you would tell a child or something, that's kind of explained in a way to get to a resolution more quickly. But after the fact, it seemed, we just questioned, well, chances are it wasn't that. And the autopsy, although it was overall inconclusive, it was more likely that it was a placental issue. And so I think that if, at least in our case, making us more informed and aware of what was likely going on, or even if they weren't sure, to let us know as well, it would allow us to make a more informed decision.
One saved me. I definitely went down the rabbit hole of researching every single aspect of what could have caused Forrest to die. I know my medical charts line by line, all 300 pages of them. And that is a really dark place to linger. So having a doctor give you a false sense of what it could have been is really frustrating, because it just feels then like every single thing that was missed in your pregnancy could have been a clue that they missed. If they didn't get that right, what else didn't they get right? It's just a spiral.